morning. Thank you for joining me today. It's a bit dreary and in Northeast Florida today, so it's a very good day to be in my studio. And I have nothing in mind, but today I want to work on this recently made writing spot. This for the back for the writing and this for the prettying part. And I thought that I would also do some painting, because I did so enjoy making this. I thought I might try applying it to the front of a card. I have my old an old piece of music paper, as you can see, and I thought I might first put down just a little bit of that, and then I thought maybe just the slightest bit of this pink. And do we want anything else? Let's set that aside for a moment. And I took out a few pieces of Rachel at Roxy Creations Florentine paper, and I thought just a smidge of this might be nice. They're both absolutely beautiful. As you can see, they are gilded also. Maybe as a background, I might choose this one because it's less full of green. The leaves are more muted. Here. Well, that might tell a nice story and leave me some room for some painting. I think I'm going to plunge in. I'm going to use my Elmer's Extreme. I'm becoming quite attached to it. I think I'll put the piece of Florentine paper down first. I hope that you are all having a good day and that you are well, and that you might squeeze in some time for crafting. Then I want to keep this edge, even though it's rolled, I want to keep this edge here. So let's get that one next. I have out my supply of acrylic paints that I'm going to use, and my brushes that I keep completely separate, as you would expect from the watercolor brushes. Very nice. Now this bit of, do I want this side or this side? I think I want this side. So, I have a little bit of collage. I think less is more at this point. I'll put this in my, back in with my Florentine papers. This out of the way. I keep this and my scratch paper. I love these pads of paper. They're thin and fine and they work beautifully for so many things. Dollar Tree is the only place that I seem to find them. I'll put my brushes out of the way, and I'm going to use this piece of this is a piece of cutting board from Dollar Tree, cut up into quarters. I have some that are larger, some that are full size, but they work very nicely as palettes. They wash beautifully. And I've picked these brushes. I don't know whether I'm going to be sticking with them, but this is a Princeton Round 0. A Premier Amethyst, an angle shader, 1/4 inch, and a Princeton Select Round number 8. Let's see what happens if I actually use them or choose other ones. Goodness knows I have enough of them there. Now I'm going to use my favorite acrylic paint, my Ceramcoat. I'm going to use Oyster White. I don't want to use a dead white because of the color here and here and on the background of this piece of Florentine paper, so I'm going to use an off-white. Yes, let's see. So there's one. This is pink quartz. My favorite pink from Ceramcoat. Just a little bit. I can always add more. And for if I decide to make flowers that need centers, and that will go nicely with this little tiny bit of yellow right there. Certainly that's probably twice as much as I would need. And my green, leaf green. And just a little bit here. I'm so happy that these are still doing what they need to do, because I haven't done any painting for well over a year now. And there they are waiting for me. So, remembering what fun this was, I'm thinking that I might use the, excuse me, I'm going to reach. It says in the fine print that I'm going to reach. There it is, for my paper towel. And I'm wondering if I should just at least get an idea down about what I'm going to do with the basis, which of course would be the stems and leaves. Because if I decide to do some flowers, they will be added in. Let's try this. And this. That might be just enough for a basis. Let's see now what we're going to get here. I'm thinking that might be a little small, but we'll see. I don't like the way that tip is separating. Let's see what else we might use. Let's see what else we might use. Yes, that's definitely separating. I'm quite a fusspot about the tips. No, that's for something else. This might work. Let's see what happens. This is a line nickel, series 670 number 3. It's got a very long bristles, but it stays at a nice point. I want to pull towards me. Let's do this bottom one since I'm headed in that direction. And certainly see that I haven't painted in ages. Now when this is completely dry, I can erase the pencil marks. And let's see if we can't use a flat shader. I'd like an angled flat shader. Do I have any? I should. That's a straight. I think I'll use this large one. This is a Princeton Velvet Touch angle shader, 1/2 inch. Let's put some larger and some smaller leaves on here. Put a little bit more paint on the tip so that you get the gradation in shade. Put one in here and one here. And here. And one here. A small one here. I think we're moving along. I think that will be it for the moment. I'll let this sit for a moment and we'll chat. I am enjoying doing this. It has been quite a while, and because I have a little bit of neuropathy in the tips of my fingers, my control of the brush is not so wonderful, but I was able to hide a multitude of sins there because of the size of the leaves, and they are not quite too big for this piece, but I think they certainly make a summery effect, which is very nice because we're going to be thinking about fall pretty soon. After all, it is past the middle of August, and I know we're all rushing the season. Want to have a little bit of a break from this hot weather that we've all been suffering from. Let's see about getting some of this out if I can. It's nothing like a white eraser to hide a multitude of sins. Down here. Gone. Alrighty now. I'm thinking this 8 might be a little too large. There's a 6. I think I'll use the 6. This is a Robert Simmons, number 6, round. Well, I think that's dry enough for us to begin. I think I'll do a little practice first. And a little bit of white just around the edge. I'm thinking little snowballs. Another one down here. Very nice. At least the brush is working. It's cooperating with me. I want the flowers to be there, but I don't want them to be too in your face. Now let's go down here and have more solid pink. It's nice being able to turn this card around. And a little bit of white, a little bit here. Oh, that one's nice. Has some more white in it. I think I'll put one with a little bit more white in up here. Yes, I will. There we go. Little smaller ones here. There we go. Now let's see. I have to go up here now. We have to take care of this business. We'll put another one right here. And one coming down over here. As you can see, these are absolutely figment of my imagination, and I'm placing them just wherever I think they need to be. Well, we have a feast of little blossoms. I think I'm going to stop while the getting is good. She said, but really didn't mean it. There we go. That was good, that was necessary. And something's missing here. Something's missing here. A little one. Quite enough. Not quite. This gets to be like eating peanuts after a while. Where's my not quite spot? Right? Right here. And right here. I could keep finding places and sit here for the next however long looking. Now, we need some wee little leaves. Right there. If it got any bigger, it would bite me. No, too big. That brush is too large. This is Royal Langnickel Round, and I can't read the rest of it. This is an oldie. Let's try this again. And just some little some little leaves to soften up the hard edges here. And because there's some white added, I can put them right over. I can put them right over the green that's already there. Yes. Nice tiny brush, loaded with green and then some white. And I do believe we've accomplished what I had in mind. Now that yellow was awfully yellow, so I want to take it down. And let's put some tiny bits of yellow at the tip of these flowers. That's what the tips of brushes are for on my planet. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, tiny one. Let's make sure that I didn't miss any. And I believe that is the end of that job. And wasn't that fun? And I'm very glad that I put the original down in pencil, because with my fingers being the way they are, it could have been a lot worse than it is. And there are certainly spots on here that are making me grind my teeth, but I'm not going to. I'm going to be happy with my effort. And I know that each time I do this, it will improve and get back to myself. But I do hope that you have enjoyed this piece. Let's get a little bit closer for you. So we have a writing spot. And I'm going to have to set this aside for a while because the dots need to dry, because you could have a calamity very easily. Thank you for visiting me today, and if you enjoyed today's little painting practice, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. I do answer them, and I would appreciate your subscribing to my channel. I'll be seeing you very soon. Bye-bye.